So, the first level, the physical technique. Even though our culture focuses exclusively on the physical technique in sex and nothing else, I have found over these years of working that there is still a very basic and limited understanding of the physical body in the general mainstream sexual technique. So actually most things can be done completely differently, just physically, and they will feel much better if you understand the body a little bit deeper, a little bit on a slightly advanced level, let's say. The main areas that you need to consider in physical technique are these. First of all, there is the obvious thing that everybody knows. You're using something to stimulate something, right? There is a sensitive area and then there is a movement on that area. And the movement is what is considered sexual technique. So for example, it'll be a circle with fingers, or the penetration, the thrusting movement, or the different oral movements on a man or on a woman. So they're particular movements. But what you have to also keep in mind, the real game changers are not just what you are touching and where. Two parameters that also change everything in this particular movement are speed and strength. So the same movement performed slower can feel amazing, and the same movement performed too fast can feel horrible. The same with the pressure, with the strength. It can feel really amazing, more gentle, but really horrible when it's too strong. It can feel of nothing if it is too gentle, and only feel something if it is strong enough. So when you're learning any sexual technique for anything, learn what is the pacing of this movement, how the sensation changes with different pacing, and what is the optimal strength or pressure, and how the sensation changes with the changes in strength or pressure. So these are essential couple of parameters to add to your understanding of the physical technique. So to give you a basic example, learning that you can use the circular movement on the clitoris still gives you nothing. The circular movement can feel horrible or can feel amazing if you change the speed and the strength of it. Just start thinking about it this way for every sexual technique and you will get much further. And there are two more dimensions that are really important for the physical technique, and they are very rarely talked about. One is the sequencing. The sequencing is super important. The body unlocks its most potent sexual energy if you take it through a series of kind of gateways, one level after another. More and more sexual energy unlocks. The actual different movements, you need to know when to use them. The movement that will feel amazing later, like the circle, once again, let's use that example, is going to be a bad movement if that is the first movement you're using. You need to use 3 or 4 before that, and then when you use the circle, it's going to feel really amazing. So to get the optimum result out of the physical technique in sex, you need to know in which sequence different tools, so to speak, are applied. Yeah. And actually there is a dimension to it on a macro level for the whole body as well. So there is like a sequence in which the body is engaged the best. And the other dimension that's really important for the physical technique is progressiveness, progression. So the same movement goes through a progressiveness. It intensifies. For example, this movement inside the vagina on the G-spot is a good movement. But if you just start doing it at full capacity straight away and just keep it like that, on the level, that is going to make a terrible sexual technique. It will give some results, but very suboptimal. So it's actually how within that one movement you build up, you escalate, you intensify, you take it through a process. The body opens the best sexual energy progressively like this, not when you just throw things at it straight away. If you want more detail, I encourage you to look at my course, Holistic Sex. I go into a lot of detail there, all the different physical techniques for all the parts of sex. Another interesting thing to add here as a little bit of an addendum is that there's also something that we can call receptive techniques. So when you are performing an amazing sexual technique, the way the other person receives this also has an effect. To give you a really basic example, they could be thinking about work and then they would just block everything. Or they could be doing nothing and then it would be neutral and it's just the power of your technique coming in and creating the effect. Yeah. Or they could be using a receptive technique, which is about how they're really listening to it and perceiving what you're giving and absorbing it. And then it creates that suction effect. It's like you are throwing something and there is a magnet on the other side that really enhances what you have given, you know? So these are actually really important techniques as well, because they are some of the easiest ways to feel much more in sex, and I dedicate a lot of time to them as well. And they're also techniques, mental, emotional techniques. Now moving on to the next level, the emotional technique.